Such a neat freak, such a neat freak, and you're happy being a neat freak too. Such a neat freak, such a neat freak, and you're happy being a neat freak too. Well, she'll clear your clutter and she'll store your stuff. She'll get your act together when enough is enough.
Need help with cleaning or getting a messy house organized? Call Such a Neat Freak at 484-347-6059 or visit suchaneatfreak.com.
Let's go while we're young.
Hey, everybody. That's right. It's going to be one of those episodes. I am fired up about tonight's episode. Hold on. First of all, get a drink and take a seat. You're in the back room. Sit, stay, enjoy. Who's a good viewer? Who's a good... You are. Yeah, you are. There you go. A little clue, a little foreshadowing about what's going on tonight. Although, if you read the thing, you know what's going on. We are talking about dogs, cats, critters, animal rescue tonight, baby. That's it. It's also Mardi Gras. Gives a shit. I don't know. Which also, and if you're from the Pennsylvania area, it's also Fasnacht Day. Not going to lie to you. I may lose my Boyertown card if I talk about how fucking stupid and shitty they are, but they're not great. They're not great. I hope our guests are like, oh, is this a swearing show? I don't know what it is. All right, a little more screwing around. Let's bring in the lady to my tramp. Another dog reference. There you go. Your internet. Oh, did I tell you, by the way, I'm your old pal, Gary Williams. I'm so fired up about tonight's show, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. All right, let's bring her in. Your internet girlfriend. You know her, you love her. Maria Jarrell. Maria Gerald, by the way,
Hello.
proud crazy cat lady.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go to my grave.
Yeah.
Being a proud cat lady.
Hey, they're beautiful.
Hey, Gary.
We're the best looking podcast. Take that, my brother, and me. More like my brother, and ugly. I don't.
Aww.
Joe Homely. I don't know. I got nothing. We've already had a couple people saying hi in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching, we're on both YouTube and my Facebook page. So say hi, comment. What else? Maria, we're just saying. Mardi Gras, Fasnacht Day. Now you're from a little bit upper Pennsylvania. Do they have the Fasnacht? Do they do the Fasnacht thing?
Not really, because it was mostly just Italian and Irish and German.
Yeah,
so
it's a Dutchy
and a little
thing.
Polish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Pennsylvania Dutchy kind of thing, and we did not have many of those folk up there.
Yeah. Whoa, that sounded a little racist.
Well, no.
Whoa, those folks.
it was all
okay
racism.
with those folks. Wait a minute.
Until like 1987, it was primarily racist up there, and it was Italian versus Polish versus Irish.
Yeah.
It was white racism, which was kind of interesting.
Oh, white racism?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's always the silliest. Oh, you crazy, you kooky white racist.
Yeah.
A Fasnacht, for those who are the uninitiated, it's a little kind of a no-hole donut. It's not sweet. You put this stuff called turkey syrup on it, which is just like a corn-based syrup. I'm not going to lie to you. And I know I got a lot of my Boyertown friends are watching, and people, they kind of suck. They're not
Why
that
don't you
great.
call it turkey syrup?
Turkey syrup. Look it up.
Because that makes me think it's from a turkey.
Yeah, everybody
and
thinks
that's not
that.
me.
Everybody thinks they squeeze, squeeze. That would be cool though to watch. No, I met a guy years ago who was originally from Nebraska, and when he first heard about the tradition, he literally thought they were saying fox nuts, as if the testicles of a fox, like once a year they ate the testicles from a fox. That's a true story.
Oh my gosh.
The great Herb Rutledge. So there you go. So I don't know. They're not that great. They kind of suck. No. All right, let's get to all the rigmarole, the plugs and everything, because we got a fun show today here, and we got some great guests. First of all, before I forget, if you watched last episode, you saw a great episode with my pal Trish Ortlip, who is doing a medical mission trip to Honduras. She is an operating room nurse, and her and a bunch of medical staff are going to go to Honduras in April, and they're going to do some pro bono work for people that either don't usually have access, can't afford it, that kind of thing. And so she's got a GoFundMe going to help offset some of the personal costs and things. And they're going to take whatever extra they have and buy toys because they're going to an orphanage and all this kind of stuff. So let me go to that. So if you go to GoFundMe.com, I think if you just search on Medical Mission Trip Honduras, or if you put in Patricia Ortlip, that's ORTLIP, you will find it. In fact, I see the numbers. So if I don't see these numbers going up by the end of this episode, we're going to have a problem. So GoFundMe, Surgical Mission Trip to Honduras, or search on Patricia Ortlip. If we're Facebook friends, just go on my feed and you'll see it. It's somewhere down there, not too far.
I was able to donate while I was doing this podcast last
Yes!
week. That's how easy it is.
Maria.
If you got one of these, you can get on and do your civic duty.
We're literally doing the show. Maria was actively involved, talking, being her usual wonderful, charming self. And guess what? I had no idea that she had, in the interim, had I think I used that word wrong. She had actually done it. And I'm like, what? I was shocked, I say. Anyway.
Yep, super easy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it doesn't have to be a crazy, like $10,
No.
$20. Every little bit will help.
Put some good out there in the world, all right?
Absolutely.
But this world needs, let's be honest, you know what? How much longer are we going to be around?
Now
How much longer are we going to be around?
Sweet love, right?
The world needs now is love,
Yes.
sweet love, and for baseball to start soon, but that's coming.
Well, yes.
So exactly. So put some good out there in the world. Whatever you can, GoFundMe, Patricia Ortlip, and help today. All right, so let's get all the usual. If you're watching on YouTube, you probably found it. But anyway, if not, because we're going to have people who are watching who are friends, family, whatever, of our guests today. So let me run that again. So go to YouTube. And again, you know what? I'm going to know who you are. I'm going to find out. I'm going to get mad. So go to YouTube. All right. Search on all one word, The Backroom Network. Okay. You're going to see like this logo or something pop up and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. And comment too. Also comment if you're watching now. Get involved, people. Get involved. Don't make us beg. Don't make us beg.
It's not that big a deal. Just do it. Just do it.
This is how we measure our self-worth these days.
Do it. Just
do it. Just do it.
You just
do it. Hey, why don't you do it?
Go, Do it.
Ready?
Come on.
And let's be honest. You got your stupid phone anyway. You go. Yeah, I do. It's subscribe.
Just why not?
If I don't see those numbers going up, all right? Because I have a way to trace back to. I'm kidding. I made that up. No, that's not. It's not really a thing. And also follow us on Facebook, even though I'm showing this on my personal page. Whatever. The Backroom Show, or the Backroom Network. Hey, you know what? That's 2. Oh, that's 4. What? That's 2 Facebook pages. So go check them out. Like. Join up, man. Come on. What? Tracy checking in. Oh, there you go. Oh, where'd it go? Did I turn the chat off? Oh, I accidentally turned the chat off.
Oh, don't do that, Harry.
I'm a dum-dum. There it is. It's great to see you guys. Thank you. Tracy, of course, the owner, operator of Such a Neat Freak. You may have caught that ad, Maria.
I did.
Our new sponsor.
It's a catchy tune.
Yes, we will do a little mid-show read, too. So, oh, there you go. Barb Reitenauer, check it in, one of our best viewers, saying hi to Tracy. We've got some pictures to show, too. We'll get into that. I think that's that. So we, of course, are simulcasting, big fancy word, on our YouTube page and my personal Facebook page, but it's set to public so anybody can see it. So, you know, if you want to watch. Oh, my God, it's turning into a love fest here. Hey, back to Barb. There you go. So... that's all. Do all those social media things. All right. So what's happening today? By the way, did you hear about Jimmy Carter? Sounds like he's checking out soon. So,
hey, God bless him. He's 98 years old.
Let me tell you something real quick.
That's a good run.
I don't want to waste any time on this. All right. Jimmy Carter, you know what? Whatever. He had his issues. He had his deficiencies as a president. We've never... And, you know, he had this reputation of being sort of a soft-spoken, wimpy kind of guy, because that's how you have to measure, man. If you're not nowadays, after this last administration, if you're not a loud, braggadocious asshole, you're not whatever. So have we ever had a better former president? I say not. The man, up until not that long ago, he had a black eye. He fell, and he's freaking Habitat for Humanity. Yep. And when he was a young man, him and a bunch of people, he was in the Navy, they helped avoid a nuclear meltdown by going into a reactor and doing some things they had to do. He was exposed himself. Jesus Christ. When he traveled, he had to take 2 seats, one for him and one for his gigantic testicles, because holy cow.
His foundation also helped eradicate hookworm, which was a very big problem, especially in third world countries. Yeah. It's pretty much non-existent anymore. Yeah. I mean, his foundation got rid of a disease. Yeah. He's a
fine human being, and Godspeed to you. He's the first president that I remember. I was born under Nixon, but Carter came in when I was 5. And then I go, this got it, whatever. And all the SNL things with the peanut and the smile and all that. So, Godspeed to you. Okay, so today, let's get to the topic. We're talking animal rescue today. All right, we have a couple of guests. Here's the thing, Maria. If you know me, and I think you do, there are 2 things that I love above all else. Philadelphia Phillies and my dogs and cats, all right? That's it. And maybe for good measure, throw my wife and a couple people in there. I was
going to say, maybe.
Yeah, you heard me. You heard what I said. I said. All right. Throw her in for good measure, guys, and a couple of people. Our guests are pretty cool. I like them, but, So we have Michele Boehmer, who is a volunteer at the Brandywine Valley SPCA. And we have Jess Cieplinski, who is the assistant manager, get this, of Dogtown at the Best Friends Animal Society. You know what? I don't know what you do, people out there, for a living. You don't do something where you work at fucking Dogtown. You're not doing that. You're not Dogtown cool. You're not. But here's what we're going to do. Let me go over to here. We're going to, there we go. All right, let's get rid of that. That. Oh, I got people messaging me. All right. We are going to let you share pictures of your dogs and cats in this program.
Birds,
I don't think you can.
Guinea pigs.
What's that?
Or birds. Or guinea pigs. Horse.
No fish.
If you have a pet horse.
I mean, if you got a pet horse, let's talk.
Yeah.
Because you're doing all right. So here's what you need to do. Because I don't think you can post a photo in the live chat. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over to Facebook. You're going to go over to my Facebook page. Easy to find. It's just all set to public, so even if we're not friends.
I see. I see it.
Yeah. You're going to see.
Oh.
You're going to see. In fact, you know what? Let me get rid of this one because it might be a little confusing. Nope, not that one. All right. But yeah, it's on the picture. I'm the clown because, I'm here to amuse you. Mm-hmm. Go to, not this most recent post. Go down to the second one. It's because this is just a repost of yesterday's. Go to yesterday's. Okay.
Keep going. So past the
there
cute
it is.
puppy.
All right. You're going to see Louie's waiting patiently. Puppy. You're going to see this beautiful puppy here. My Louie. You're going to go in the comments right there. All right. And you are going to share pictures of your babies, your cats, your dogs, whatever. There you go. I take one for example already. My friend Sharon. All right. This is her, I believe it's a Labradoodle. It's some sort of oodle, which we'll be talking about. This is Shelby. Shelby says, look how cute that dog is. This can be your dog, people. So go, again, one more time. It's the post from yesterday. It's the second one down at all from my post. So go to here. You'll see one day, whatever. And this one. And go in there and comment and put pictures of your babies. And we will be showing them. Oh, my God, I brought our guest in too soon. Oh, I'm so excited I brought our guest in. So that's it. So go there and we will be showing pictures of your babies. And we're going to show pictures, my babies, Maria's kitties, and our guests too. I got to tell you, it was really freaking hard. If you're anything like me, and Lord help you if you are.
Try to figure out one picture to post?
Well, a couple photos. Because if you're like me, you take a gazillion freaking photos of your animals. And asking someone to pick one or two favorite pet pictures is like asking someone to pick their favorite time travel themed porno. All right? It can't be done, Maria. It can't be done. Although, let's be honest, everyone knows that Finish on Her Back to the Future is a classic. So, but that's a whole different story. So, but that's it. So, by the way, it's that kind of show. That's it. That's as bad as it's going to get. All right. I made a Finish on Her Back to the Future joke, and that's it. All right. No more screwing around. Let's get to it. I'm excited. All right. So please welcome. Give a big backroom show welcome to our wonderful guests, Michele Boehmer and Jess Cieplinski. You are in the back room. There they are. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
Wow.
Hi, Jess.
So we have, first of all, we have Michele. Michele is a behavior team volunteer for the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Have more letters than that, by the way. Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And of course, my pal, Jess Cieplinski, assistant manager, Dogtown, Best Friends Animal Society, way out in Utah. So, hello, ladies. Welcome to the back room. By the way, so she's in Utah. We are in Pennsylvania. So we are 2 hours ahead. No spoilers. No spoilers for her, okay?
No.
Don't let her know what's going to go on.
Don't let her know what happens at 7.
That's it. That's it.
Let her find out for herself.
You are going to be freaked out when you find out what happened at 8 o'clock. Whoa.
Wow.
There are these assholes, this jerk guy in his basement with a beard and... Oh, oops. Shit. Hi, ladies. Welcome. How you doing?
Hi, great. Thanks for having us.
You bet. Now, Michele, I believe, is battling some sort of...
It is.
Illness thing. So if she gets a little gross, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Then she's got tissues on standby. And she was also Maria, back me up, 5 minutes before we went to air, just shoveling her supper in. Just shoveling her supper right in there.
Just trying to get it.
Sure you got it in there. Yeah. Jess, how you doing over there in Utah?
Anything in there?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I think that's that. Let's get right to it on the rigmarole. And again, everybody, a reminder, join us in the chat. We're going to have a couple of questions or things that we would definitely want you guys to have your opinions on. And again, go to that post on my Facebook page and go in the comments. Mm-hmm. Show us a picture of your babies. And so that's that. All right. So ladies, let's start with the beginning. Where you work and like where you or volunteer at and what it is that you do. Michele, let's start with you.
So I am actually, the past almost 9 years, I have been at the Brandywine Valley SPCA. I am a high-level volunteer, and I enjoy basically working with some of our dogs that need a little bit of polishing, sort of like you do, Gary, sometimes.
Yeah, no question. There's no question.
Right?
Yeah, there's no question.
So some of the ones that aren't quite ready to come out onto the floor, aren't quite ready to be seen, aren't quite, they need some manners.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Again, sort of like you, Gary.
Not unlike your host here. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I work with the Garys of the
Garys of dogs.
The canine world.
Shelter, right?
Yeah, I get that. And also like Michele.
That's what Michele. You go there and you like someone walks in and goes, "So who am I working with today?" And they go, "Ugh, I got a real Gary.
Real Gary over here."
For you. Yeah.
And then the Michelles are the ones that you put the food bowl on. They go. Exactly.
Yeah, we have a little bit of resource guarding sometimes. You have to be careful.
Ooh, I do like some of those fancy terms too. Resource guarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jess, you've got a little more backstory because you, for quite a long time, at least a decade plus, you were a teacher in the Exeter School District, which is right here, right near me in the Greater Reading area. But now, as we said, you are all the way out in Utah. So,
correct.
So go, yeah. So tell us all about that.
I was a teacher for about 12 years, and I spent a lot of my free time on the weekends and in the summers, outside of summer school, volunteering at the local shelter. And one summer, I took advantage of an internship opportunity at Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in southern Utah, and I kind of got the bug, and I just kept wanting to come out here. So it took a little bit of time and a little bit of big decision making, but in 2013, I moved out here full time and started as a dog caregiver, right, where I was basically responsible for basically the day-to-day well-being of the dogs, medicating, feeding, enrichment, including walks, car rides, play dates, things like that, training, and also keeping their home clean. So the cleanliness, the weeding, the shoveling snow in the winter, and also interacting with visitors and volunteers. So I did that for about 8 years until I transitioned into a different role where now I oversee the flow of Dogtown, which is like from intake to adoption, making sure that each dog in our care has a smooth path or a smooth plan. Mm-hmm. And I also work with our adoptions program, our foster program, our transport program, and assist with a couple of other things too, like the volunteer program.
Right.
Hey, Jess. Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, I remember, I know I donate a lot to charities, so I get things from everybody. That it is a considerably large sanctuary.
Huge. Yes, yeah, that's very important to point out. Thank you, Maria. It is also a sanctuary, which, if you're not familiar, just explain a little bit what that means.
So it's a sanctuary. We have about 1,600 animals on any given day, not only dogs, but many, many different species. And there are some animals in Dogtown and all across the sanctuary that are what we call our sanctuary residents. They're not available for adoption. They are going to call Best Friends their home for their entire life for a variety of different reasons. And they always have a safe place to call home, and we will take care of them and provide for their needs, medically, behaviorally, enrichment, everything that they need. And they'll live out the rest of their lives with us.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, Jess was teaching your children. She said, "No thanks. I'm going to go hang out with some dogs and cats and horses." What's that tell you, society? What's that I'm kidding, of course.
Hey, I have to plug for my students.
Please.
I had some of the most amazing students, And it was really fun and inspiring to watch them become concerned about animal welfare.
That's
so
awesome.
my students were awesome.
Yeah. It's funny. Obviously, I'm kidding because Jess is like a super nice person. Not like, me and, she's like a nice person. So, of course, she's definitely someone you would definitely want your child or your, pet to be cared for by, because she's a super nice person.
But I think that's great because it's like, I am a big fan of, not having a second career or a third career, because there's so many wonderful things that you can do. And if you have many different talents and many different passions, you fulfill one and then you go, okay, well now it's time to fulfill this one because I can, why not? Yeah. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. What's next? Well, I don't know. President?
School for dogs?
a dog school? I don't know. Is that a thing? It should be.
Could be.
So I want to talk to you about that feeling of sort of that. We before we do a show, we always talk a little bit. We set up a couple days before, and we touched on some things, but that feeling of helping connect a dog, a cat, an animal with a home. And second part of the question, I know there's often fostering involved, which of course, pretty much what it sounds like. You take them in for a little while, help maybe work on some behavioral issues, social issues and things, and then try to match them with somebody. And so talk about that a little bit. It's got to be a lot of push and pull of emotions too, I would think at times, right?
So I can say for our end at the Brandywine Valley SPCA, we are actually somewhat newer to doing more fostering programs in our entire network. In the past couple of years, I would say. So when I first started, they didn't really do a lot of fostering. Most of the animals stayed there in the shelter environment. It was only in the past couple of years, we really started with, obviously, we always have the cats and the kittens come in during kitten season. And you get, dozens of litters in, walking in the door and people are like, I found these under my garage. I found, under my shed. Yeah. So it started there, and we really pushed to have the needs of some of our other animals, our dogs, covered, because some of them would sit there and just not acclimate well to the kennel and shelter environment, and they needed some place to go, or some needed just some care for like a wound or an illness, where they needed just a little bit of time away from there to be the best dog or the best cat that they could be, handling wise, like you said, social interactions. And it's really is life-saving, because I know, and Jess will agree with me, if I can get a single dog out of a kennel into my back room and get them into a home for a little while, I can put another dog in that kennel, obviously. So, and it's just amazing the information that we also gather from the fosters while the animals are in that home helps us make that match that you talked about with the best adopter. Mm-hmm. It's like great information. Yeah.
And Michelle, you've also, both of you foster. Well, yes. Jess, go ahead. First, I want to hear your take on, that finding the perfect match. Because you guys, let's be honest, you're like yentas, you're matchmakers. I've got a lab for you. I love you. That right? Yeah, you get it right. So, Jess, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I really enjoy helping people find their match, and sometimes people will have an idea that a certain dog they saw online or were told about is a good match for them, and in chatting with them, they figure out, oh, that might not be a good match, but here's what I'm looking for, and then we can suggest other options, which just happened kind of recently, where people thought that they were going to go one route with a dog that they had seen online, and they ended up meeting a totally different dog with different qualities, and just as in need of a home as the original dog they were interested in, and they ended up taking the other dog, mm-hmm. which is great, because it's all about finding the right match, for your household, for your activity level. We have dogs, some of them need to be the only pet, So that's not a good fit for everybody, but those homes are out there. And I just really enjoy helping people find their new family member, because so many of the people we work with, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a new addition, and they want their dog to be a part of their family. In regards to fostering, I do foster sometimes, but I fostered mostly cats and dogs in Pennsylvania, and now here I've fostered dogs and cats as well. But our foster team is amazing, and they do a great job of trying to find, even sometimes a foster home for like 5 days can make a huge difference. And sometimes people are hesitant. They're like, I can only do it for 5 days. It makes a huge difference. And in Kanab, so Kanab has a population of about 5,000 people. It's not very big. So we don't have a giant.
Is it desert area too?
It is. It's high desert.
Is it kind of like what you see in the westerns with like the red buttes and behind it, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have a lot of westerns actually filmed around here.
Oh, wow, okay.
And, in the past and current, like we had one last year. But so we don't have a huge population, and we use a lot of our fosters for medical cases where a dog needs, 2 weeks of healing or 5 days even of healing before they can get ready for adoption or transport. And then we also use a lot of our fosters to foster puppies, because we only have a certain amount of housing for underage animals. And so the foster homes really help us save lives. We can take in puppies. They can stay in a foster home for 2 weeks, and it's a life changer for them. So we really appreciate our fosters, again, especially in such a small community.
That's awesome.
Fosters have got to be really, they are special. I always say that because being a person who loves animals, I don't know, like we've thought about it, once we have 2 cats now that are getting older, and then we're like, well, when they're gone, what do we want to do? Do we want to foster? And I'm like, I don't know if I just feel like I would just fall in love with the first,
Well, I believe that's a term called foster fail, right? I believe that's the term.
I
hear you, Maria.
I would just go and then, okay, here you go.
Yeah. You have to really, I would think.
You have to know that you're helping, and if by doing that, then another animal can come in and be fostered and get a place as well.
You got to learn to temper that, taking a little piece of your heart with knowing that. By the way, I didn't say this from the onset. I'm going to cry. It's not a backroom show if I don't cry a little bit. So at the end, we're going to show some pictures, whatever. And so I get emotional over dogs. I love them. Exactly. So to know that you were ultimately making a difference in the life. And Jess, to touch on what you were saying about you have an idea of what you think is going to be a dog, and then you sort of discover, Louis, who I showed in the picture, for the where to post your pictures, we were at an event, and I kind of thought I saw a dog, and I'm like, I'm going to check out this guy. And honestly, Denise and I were kind of always like, yellow labs are nice, but I don't know, they're kind of whatever. So I look over one point, and she's hanging out with this lap puppy, and I'm like, what's going on here? And she's like, you got to meet this guy, because I was looking at, it was Nemo, the one I was looking at. I'm like, Nemo. And she's like, just take him for a walk, whatever. And damn it, he's my best pal in the whole world now. She was right. And that's when we still had our little Alice, our little Jack Russell Terrier, who will make me cry at the end. And she really did. Like, she met them both, and she's like, no, this is the guy. That's true. Absolutely. She's like, this is the guy. And she had like a huge input in it. I wouldn't have, necessarily trusted otherwise if I hadn't been for Alice's input. So I get what you mean. So, yeah.
And I'm sure Michelle has seen this.
Yeah. We always I always encourage all of our staff and our volunteers who do adoptions to approach people and ask them, what is their lifestyle like? How do they see a dog fitting into their life? Do they have kids that they're taking to soccer games and they want the dogs to go with them? Are they just home all the time, and do they want the dogs just to hang out at the house? Do they have a fenced-in yard? Not that it's necessary for us, but, what kind of dog fits their environment, their home, their lifestyle? Do they have people rotating in and out of the door? Some of those houses in Texas, Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a moment and go to the chat. Jess, you might recognize this person. Christine Cieplinski, Jess's sister. Go, Sissy, go. You're the sweetest pet mama. No question. Here you go. Yeah, my pal Jen Armstrong, who also has volunteered, and I don't know if she still is, but she's definitely been involved in rescuing things. Best Friends is the best, and you can take a vacation there. And another comment, I don't know how this is going to show up. It's a lot, and it doesn't always necessarily take them, so I'll read it if you can't see it. Yeah, it's a little small. I'll read it. Been fostering cats and dogs continually since 2003. 2 foster failed dogs, 2 foster failed cats are now part of our family. Currently have 2 foster cats from the volunteers that take care of the stray colonies in Philadelphia. If anyone is looking for a super cute and friendly orange tabby that's been around dogs, cats, and kids. There you go. Yeah.
That's awesome, Jennifer. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jen's great. Christine, just saying, hey, say back. So, yeah, exactly. So, actually, just ties it into it then. So, next thing I want to ask, what are some, and we're going to, go a little quick here because maybe get to some a little, more general questions and opinions about things. But what are some basic things people need to know and consider before adopting? Because everyone knows about the cute, I want a puppy, or it's Christmas, and all that kind of crap. And also, second part, and it's funny because I just had a little chat with my sister today, who sent me a picture of giving her dog a little treat. Stop giving your dogs people treats. No, I know it's cute. I know you want to give Fluffy the little pizza crust and a little bit left of your Ritas and all that. That's my personal thing. Stop doing that. All right, they don't encounter Ritas in the wild. Not that a Yorkie is exactly a wild dog. So, but all right, I had to get that out. I had to vent about that. I
have a vision of a Yorkie just stalking through a forest, like just trying to,
Oh, someone's here. It's old Western. They're all camping. Oh, ooh, sounds like the Yorkie's around.
Little silhouette of a Yorkie baying at them.
Jess, I know your mom had a Yorkie forever too, so that's
my first dog was a Yorkie.
There you go. They're awesome. They're cute little dogs.
I used to be afraid of dogs until we got that Yorkie.
I'm sorry. What's that?
I used to be afraid of dogs until we got that Yorkie.
Oh, so that dog brought you around?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, a dog can also kind of save your life too in different things too, but it can. My little Alice, who I'll show later. Yeah, she made me a better whatever. Hold on. Tracy.
Human being, Gary. You
Jeff,
can say it.
Not me.
Say it. Human being.
I don't know what she means. What was not? Oh, saying her. I don't know. Whatever. That's true. She did. She'll make a better human being. So anyway, a couple of things people need to know and consider before adopting. Go ahead. And things that piss you off, by the way. Things that go, wait, what are you thinking? So, someone take that. Go. I'm angry now. Michelle, stop giving your dogs treats. It's okay.
So I guess I would say the things like Michelle was talking about, thinking about what kind of pet would fit your lifestyle. If you are more of like hanging out on the couch and not going for long hikes, you don't want to pick a dog that needs that outlet. So seriously looking at what you're looking for in a companion. And then once you find that in a companion and adopt, I think it's really important to allow the dogs to decompress, and the cats and guinea pigs and any new animal. Give them a chance to decompress. Some of you may have heard
a new spouse.
3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Like it takes a new dog 3 days to feel safe in their new surroundings. In 3 weeks, they start showing you more of their personality, and in 3 months, they realize that this is their routine and their home. So one thing that drives me crazy, since you asked, is when people invite a lot of people over to meet their new dog.
Yeah.
Because that's super overwhelming. So you want to give your new dog a chance to settle in, set up a routine. Animals thrive on routine.
Yes.
So set up a routine and really as much fun as you want it to be. Like avoid taking your new pet to the dog park or to having like a group of people over. Just give them a chance. So for us, I think it's really easy to think this is really exciting and I'm so excited to bring in this new family member and I'm doing a great thing by rescuing an animal. But for them, they just need a little downtime. Their life has been potentially stressful. I'm not going to say every one of their lives has been stressful, but it's been potentially stressful, and they don't really know what's going on. We know what's going on. We already love the dog after like 2 minutes.
Please. It's biological. It's that smell. Yeah. And you're right. So, I agree. You're right. Routine. I've had dogs my whole life. They thrive on routine.
Yep.
And when things change, and unfortunately sad things like maybe a family, part of your pet family is no longer with us, they still look for them. They still, waiting for them. That's all those routine things they do. So you're absolutely, yeah.
And we have at Brandywine, we have a second chance program. So we actually bring in animals and we fly them in with wings of rescue. From, some southern areas. It depends on where we're working at the time or where the need is. It could be a hurricane. When hurricanes hit, there are times where we will work with the flights and have dogs loaded up that were in like a hurricane area as the hurricane was setting in. So we're taking the dogs that were already in the shelter and available for adoption and freeing up space for all the dogs that get lost.
Right.
In an event of a catastrophe or something like that. And I explain to people all the time, they come in on an airplane and literally within 2 to 3 days, they're up for adoption. So they've now been in a shelter, flown on an airplane, been in our kennels, handled by different people in and out of everywhere. And now we're handing them over to them to trust, and trust that they're going to do the right thing, not take them to Petco, PetSmart, and start loading up with all the fun stuff. Let them at home and let them, like Jess says, I recommend crate training.
There you go.
It's
yes, our dogs love their crates. Yes, that is very important.
They really do enjoy it. A lot of them really do enjoy it, and you'll get the occasional dog that just is not good in a crate, and it's just not the right fit for them. But people try so much so fast, and they don't listen.
And something, and we touched on when we talked on Sunday, if you're looking to it's probably pretty virtually impossible, I think, nowadays to rescue without having the dog, already spayed or neutered. But, and the chance that you do, because I want to recreate the dog I had. I want to not have this dog because I want to have puppies. Okay, look at me. I'm gonna go to the one shot so you know I'm serious. You're an asshole. All right? Stop it. Stop. You're not going to recreate that special bond you had with little, Sergeant Cuddles there, okay?
Every dog's unique. There's no way.
There's no way. If you cloned it. So, it's a joking way, but I'm making a serious point is, don't be a selfish asshole. I know a lot of times, too, it comes down to people feeling, especially guys, it's a macho thing. I don't want to cut my... Ladies, please back me up on this, right? That's kind of a jerk move, right?
They honestly, most animals don't go out of our shelter without being spayed or neutered. They just don't. We do what we call pediatric spay and neuters. A lot of people aren't happy with that. But you could get, a whole bunch of different veterinarians on here, and they'll all have slightly different opinions on it.
Hold on, meaning they think they're a little too young to do it? Is that what you mean?
They think they're too young to do it,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the end...
And by the way, I'm dumb, so slow it down a little bit, okay? You know what I mean?
In the end, this is just how it has to be, because people are irresponsible.
Yes.
People won't come back and get it done. We will occasionally adopt out very young dogs that aren't, but they are under a foster contract at that point. So basically, you could come in and adopt like a foster to adopt animal.
Right.
You're signing paperwork that says we have every right to come into your home and retrieve that animal if you don't go and get it spayed through we pay for it.
Yeah.
We set up the appointment for it. But if they don't, we can send out our animal control officers and have those animals picked back up.
Yeah. And there are not loads, but there are several health reasons. If you're going to get a dog, if you care about it, if it's going to be a family member, you want to do everything you can to take the best care.
Yep.
And that means preventing things like certain cancers and things. Well, Jess, please run with that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So at Best Friends, we go by the guideline of 2 months, 2 pounds. So they have to be 2 months and 2 pounds in order to get fixed.
Okay.
And we do a lot of that pediatric spay neuter, like Michelle mentioned. Some of the health benefits are there's a lot of different research out there, and I'm definitely not a vet, but like if you fix a female dog before their first heat cycle, it far reduces their chance of getting mammary cancer. And even if you wait till after their first heat cycle or after they've had a litter of puppies, the less they go through their heat cycle, the less they go through pregnancy and having puppies, the less likely they are to get mammary cancer. And sometimes when dogs get mammary cancer, they can have like one tumor removed and then it's just regular checks. But other times I've worked with a dog, she had to have her entire mammary chain removed to save her life. And so, that's an extensive surgery. And not only is that hard on your pet, but that's also really expensive and a big rehabilitation. If you could prevent that, I kind of think, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And the same goes for male dogs. You can prevent prostate cancer with early neutering. Yeah. And although there's lots of people who might have different thoughts on this, like some behavior problems can be managed, with spaying and neutering as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know I have with having cats, male cats, who that are out and about. We had a stray that came to us this is years ago when I was still in high school, and he was all beat up. Like he had scars on his nose and his ear was all torn up. And, when we finally got him to trust us and we brought him in, the first thing we did is like, you're getting fixed. Mm. And, and recover from that. And then after he was fixed, he didn't he was our cat. Like he hung around. He's like, this is pretty good here. I don't have to fight other toms. I don't care about the territory anymore. You're giving me tuna. This is awesome. I'm going to stick here now. So, but he had a lot of battle scars from all the fights he would get into.
I would like to recommend one of the easiest ways for you people that have issues with it to get your male dogs fixed. Just get him married.
You're so funny.
Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, honey. I'm kidding. I'm going to pay for that one. All right,
Uh-oh, Gary, we can't hear you.
There we go. I'm back, right?
Yes, you're back.
I tapped my microphone button by accident. Oops, my fingers got a little. I get excited. Tell my stupid little. So I'm back. You can hear me?
Yes.
Got you.
Okay.
No, not now. Can't hear you now. Sorry.
Okay. Let's go back to the chat. Tracy talking. Yes, I probably gave her a little crumb that fell on the floor. Wink, wink. Oh, hush. Christine again. I do want to commend the network that occurred when my pity gypsy went missing for 6 days. Just reached out from Utah to her colleagues here in PA to help locate my baby. It's amazing how everyone worked together to find her and get her back home. Right on, right? Right on, absolutely. People will, because of course, like a lot of people on Facebook, I belong to a lot of, those groups and things, and people just will go out of their way. And I love that. Clyde talking about Tracy. You met Tracy today from Such a Neat Freak. She's great, and we're happy to have her on board. And Clyde, our Shih Tzu, was neutered and still humps the crap out of his bed. Well, because he probably watched you. But hey, that's why he learned to sit up and beg. I'll tell you, that old Rodney joke. All right. So
it's okay to have a hump buddy. It's okay.
You got to have a hump buddy, right?
You can have a hump buddy.
Yes.
It's all about behaviors that you want to tolerate, and if it's on something that's appropriate, as long as it's not on every guest that walks into your house. Right.
And females will. Our little Jack Russell, Alice, will get on our Australian Shepherd and just start doing. And I think and often would do it like when we were getting ready to leave or something. I think it was a protective-y thing or something. I don't know. She certainly wasn't trying to get her rocks off on him. So it's weird. I don't know. We always say about dogs are weird, but they also don't fucking start wars for resources
nice little
either.
Self-stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Hey, all right. We're going to where are we at here? Wow, time is flying by.
It is.
Let's quickly talk about our brand new sponsor. What? That's right. Tracy Bernard, Such a Neat Freak. Now, what she does is, okay, now, maybe you're looking to move. maybe you're looking around your house going, man, I got to get my shit together. There's stuff going on, whatever. But guess what? Fret no more, my friends. Fret no more, because Tracy Bernard is such a neat freak. You can see it right there if you can read it. Home organization, home staging. If you're looking to sell your house, because let's be honest, we've all taken a peek at the real estate ads and you see and you go, why would they let that picture go out like that? Their house looks like crap or whatever, right? Why you got all this stuff around? Why are you leaving clothing around? Well, guess what? You're not going to worry about that because Tracy's going to come in, all right, home staging, seasonal decor, all right? They will come up, they'll hang your lights, they'll do all that stuff. Because let's be honest, if you're a certain age like me and Maria, wink, wink, and Michelle, Jess, you're young, you're fine, yeah. But maybe you don't want to do it anymore. Maybe you don't want to go up, on a roof, whatever. They'll help you out with that. They'll do some small construction projects, a little, fixing some things up, and a little bit of home maintenance. So there you go. What the hell more? Stop stalling people. Stop wasting time here. Hey, what am I going to do? You heard in the song, you clear your clutter, store your stuff. By the way, that song will get in your head and will stay there for days, by the way. Such a neat freak. Exactly. So, and I don't know her radius as far as will she go to work. Jess, you might be a little out of her radius range out there in Utah. But here's the thing. I can't speak for her. For the right price, who knows, right? Maybe she's always wanted to go to Utah. I don't know. Maybe she wants to see the red rocks of Utah and go visit best friends, in Kanab. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Kanab.
Somebody 100 some years ago pulled in a wagon, looked around and go, Kanab. We're going to call this Kanab. I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe they hit their knee. Kanab, and they was call it that. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so such a neat freak for home cleaning, staging, organization. You should go to her Facebook page. You're going to see some before and after photos, and you're going to go, oh my God, the amazing stuff she did. She reorganizes shelves, cabinets, pantries, that kind of stuff. You go, I don't know what to do with this. Well, guess what? You don't have to worry no more. All you have to do is call Tracy Bernard at 484-347-6059 or go to suchaneatfreak.com. So
sometimes you just need somebody come in with an objectionable eye. I can't even speak.
Third time.
Objectionable eye to give you perspective, because sometimes when you look at all the stuff you got to go through,
that's true.
It can be overwhelming. And if you're like me, you'll open a box and then you're like halfway through the box and you get distracted, and then you see this vase that you really thought you never going to use. So then you go to try to find a place for the vase, and then you realize you have no place for the vase. You put it back in the box, take the next thing out. It's great to have somebody there to help you get perspective and
bingo. And here's the thing.
Who's not like emotionally tied to anything.
This is Tracy's, her obsession and her OCD for making it your room, your house, your space as best you can. It's her superpower. It's her superpower, right? You might want to have Superman come in and lift a heavy thing off your grandma. Well, guess what? This is the house organizational equivalent. By the way, I'm still laughing at Maria trying to say, what was that word you were stumbling on?
I don't know. Objectionable. It's probably the wrong word. It's fine.
Of course it's the wrong word. We know it's the wrong word, but
it's not right.
It's not. That's not the right word. And also, we can't forget about our good friends at BRN Podcast. Well, I wonder who that is. Hey, you both are involved in organizations, our guest today. Well, you know what? We've been separated for a while because of the pandemic. Well, I think a great way to bring your followers, customers, all that back is to start yourself a podcast. Look how wonderful and beautiful this is. Look at this. This could be yours, all right? And all you got to do, but Gary, what do I do? If you know me, I love some of that infomercial acting, well, fret no more, my friends, all right? You're going to go to brnpodcast.com and look around, or you're going to email me at gary@backroomnetwork.com and find out. We do audio podcasts, video podcasts, you name it, all right? We do smoke signal podcasts. I don't know. I'm going to make that a thing. I don't know. Whatever. And also, phone number 610-698-5878. Maria, say it for me, though.
What?
Not the phone number. The thing I always say about the phone number.
Oh, yeah. Don't call them.
Come on. It's 2023. Freaking text me. Come on.
Nobody talks on the phone anymore. Don't do that.
I pick up my phone. I see a number I don't have. You know, I owe people money. You know, I'm kidding. No, I don't answer the phone. You know, but to text me. No, I'm kidding. Call me and we'll talk.
But if you do call,
yes,
leave a message.
Leave a message and go there. You jerk! I freaking
you're not
called.
Talking to him in person the first time. Hell no.
There you go. There you go. So just reach out to me, and we'll get you started today. I'm not kidding. Not today. I'm a little busy right now. You might have noticed I'm a little busy. I'm doing something. All right. Gah! You people are so demanding. Look at our guest going, I don't know what to make of this guy. All right. Tracy, oh my God, love you guys. Love the plug. Dude, you're our sponsor. It would be fraud if I didn't.
It would be taking money.
I would be committing fraud if I didn't plug your business. I'm not so sure now Tracy understands how sponsorship works. I'm a little confused.
And I bet you she can help us with all our crazy dog items or crazy cat lady items. You know?
Bingo. Mm-hmm. She's the one to call.
I have a garage full of stuff that I keep saying. I have a wheelchair for like wheels for a dog that I'm like, well, I don't want to get rid of it.
Aww.
I have all sorts of crates and steps and ramps and clothes and stuff.
Michelle, she got her money's worth. That's enough. Okay, stop. Enough.
She got it. She got it.
She got her. You know what I mean? Not that much money. You know what I mean? I'm kidding.
All right.
That's right. Reach out to her. Exactly. All right. Let's shift gears, as it were, and we're going to get into a little bit of some lighter, fun stuff. Now, for example, and this is where people really can get involved in the chat. We talked about this again on Sunday. What are some, everybody, you don't have a pet if you don't give it at least several nicknames or whatever. Like your dog may be called Fluffy, but you're calling him like Colonel Cuddles or that kind of thing, whatever. Like, for example, our little Monty, our Jack Russell, I call him Bag of Shit because he is a little bag of shit. Like, he carries a lot of feces around. He poops a lot, and sometimes he's a jerk, which is also sort of a part two of this question is that, yes, dogs can also be jerks too, but that's, you spend enough time with any living being, you're going to go, motherfucker. Come on with you. So anyway, so you guys have any, Maria, I know you probably definitely do, right?
What?
Some cutesy wootsy nickname. Like,
well, ours is, I mean, if you want to pull up the picture while I'm talking about them.
Well, we'll get to that, but go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so I have two cats, Holly and Ivy. And got Holly first when Ellie was about 4. My two cats had passed away from a well-lived life. And Holly and Ellie really missed having a pet. So we got Holly, who was very patient and very understanding with a 4-year-old. So that's how she got the gig. And then the year later, we picked up Ivy as a kitten, tortoiseshell kitten, who I was told by the woman fostering her that she was full of piss and vinegar. So I was like, okay, well, that sounds like a tortoiseshell to me. You
shouldn't give vinegar to your cat. That's not recommended.
No.
Oh, okay.
She was full of it.
Right.
So yeah, we've had them now for 12. One is 12 and one is 13.
Right.
And so Holly is she's zaftig. She's
that means fluffy.
Yeah.
She's a little plump.
Sure. Yes. So she's Holly. Ellie calls her Holly Wally. I call her Chonkers. I've also called her Your Majesty, Her Royal Highness, Empress Dowager, and a couple other things. Yeah. Ivy is more of just a disgruntled roommate who thinks the house is hers and that we're just and she's just letting us live there. Right. So she is, So she's
it's their world. You live in it.
She's the roommate. We call her the roommate.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, ladies, what do you got? Do you have one
well, I only have the one right now.
Right.
So, Little Miss JoJo is Mighty Joe.
Mighty Joe.
Jolene. JoJo B.
Of course.
And occasionally Hojo. I'll let you figure that one out.
We can
go back to the whole humping thing again.
She gets around. Yeah, I didn't think you were referencing the old Howard Johnson's lodges. No, I didn't think so. No.
No. That's pretty much it that she's got right now. I mean, it's Princess, my little nugget, my little butt nugget.
Do you sing songs to them?
Of course.
Yeah, you sing songs and you substitute the word for, like we used to have an Australian Shepherd who was a Blue Merle, and a lot of songs have the word "you" in it, so it became Blue. that kind of thing like that. So, of course, you got to sing to your pets. Jess, you got any goofy, funny nicknames that you call your pets?
Yeah, I have a little Chihuahua from a puppy mill and she's a puppy mill survivor named Trixie, and her official name is Trixie Lou Who.
Right.
And so she also gets called Chi-Chi, which is a silly nickname just because she's a Chihuahua, but she answers to it.
Hey, why not?
And we call her the Trixosaurus.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt. She answers to it. Are there some she refuses to fucking acknowledge you if you say?
She'll be like, no,
she's a Chihuahua.
Try again.
Did you just say she's a Chihuahua, right?
Yes, she is. She's the kindest Chihuahua you'd ever meet. Because I've met a lot of Chihuahuas that aren't so kind.
They had that little dog syndrome, right?
Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trixosaurus, because she has really long nails, and I call them her dinosaur claws. So she got the name Trixosaurus. And I have a couple of nicknames for my cats too, but I have a dog named Kitty.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? I love that. I love that.
And obviously her name's Kitty. I call her Kit Kat, but my favorite nickname for her is Possum, and it's because she's a little actually she's not a Karen Terrier. So I did a DNA test finally after all this.
By the way, whether a Karen Terrier is like the Toto and Wizard of Oz.
So I always say she looks like Toto from the Wizard of Oz, but it's a little smaller. But she's not apparently a Karen Terrier at all. So I'd be lying to all of you if I said that, because I finally, even though I poo-pooed DNA tests for years and years and years,
right.
I finally did one, and she's not anything that I ever expected.
Right.
But she looks like a Karen Terrier. She looks like Toto. She is very particular about her personal space from people and animals, although she's a sweetheart most of the time.
Right.
She can go possum on you though, and I love possum as well. Like I'm very much into nature, and I respect possum, but like that picture, you can see in your mind what my dog looks like, because just picture a possum angry protecting their babies, and that's what my dog looks like. And that's how
I thought maybe you meant playing possum, because that's me on a Friday night. Curled up, leave me alone. Speaking of Trixie, exactly, Lady Poopington checking in. Our Trixie, we had a Westie who was basically a white Cairn. She was Trixie Bug, Bugger, the Bug. Yeah, those things. Norton was the blue dog. Alice was mommy dog, all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah. Anybody else? If you're, I know a bunch of people on, so throw in those nicknames if you can. Okay, couple of things. You know what? Maybe we'll just glance over this one. I didn't want to start a thing, but you know, this isn't really about the dogs, but it's about that sort of trend of designer dogs, the whatever oodles, that kind of thing. They're just called the mixed breeds. And you know what? Again, that's not a knock on the dogs, because I know some of these, these things like that, Labradoodles and things, and they're awesome. But come on, with the marketing, right? Michelle, look like you have something to say about this. Go ahead.
Honestly, I feel like whenever there's going to be a want from human beings, people are going to find a way to create what they wanted. And it's a shame though, because there are just so many amazing and incredible available animals out there. And with all of I will tell you, and I think I told you this before, with all of the animals that I see, locally, I see obviously a high percentage of pit bulls and pit bull mixes.
Right.
And the only really large animal up until recently that actually gave me, drew blood on me was actually a doodle.
Right.
So they're just mixed. I mean, they're mixed mutts. And
but that dog, sorry to interrupt, that dog was kept in a basement, correct?
Well, that was the most recent one. Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
that was the most recent one.
Okay. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it was lack of socialization for the most recent one. Yeah. But yeah, the doodle was actually somebody I had gone to their house to try to help them out until the trainer got there, basically.
Oh, gosh.
Oops.
But I mean, it's a mixed breed dog. You do the DNA on that, just like we all have fun doing DNAs on our rescue dogs,
Right.
And I would encourage anybody with a doodle to go ahead and do it on theirs too.
Sure. And again, this is are you kidding me? I've never met a bad dog in my life. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
It's so it's not that I'm not like poo-pooing the dogs. It's just like, it's a whatever. Like it's just. But stop making a whatever. Stop it.
I think my biggest like crawl is those of my friends even that will say that they need to have an allergy-free dog. Oh, I have allergies.
Right.
And people will say it and not really need it.
Right.
That's the thing. People will say it because they want to justify getting the dog because they think it's cute and curly.
That is true.
We have cute and curly dogs at the shelter.
That's a really good point. If you're putting these, and I get there's some reasonable ones, but if you're like, hey, I want a dog that doesn't do this and doesn't. So you mean, hold on, you listed 5 things there. You mean dog stuff? Yeah. You don't want a dog that does dog stuff?
We have actually had someone return a dog to the shelter because it shed. And it shed its dark hair on her light wood and it showed up way too much. I mean, that's literally a reason for a return.
Why do you want a dog then? I don't understand.
You don't want a dog.
I don't understand.
You want a fixture or a piece of furniture. I remember a story.
The stuffed animal only list.
Yes, I remember a story, and it was absolutely true. It's a bunch of years ago. There was a woman who returned a dog because it didn't match, because she got some furniture and stuff. She was a hoity-toity rich lady, and it's like, oh, well, it clashes now because it was. Are you fucking kidding me? Jess, Fed, go ahead, go get it. Jump in.
So I just want to say, like, I agree with Michelle that as long as there's a demand for something, like people will do it. Like people want the doodles, so people are going to do it. Similarly, like, that's why puppy mills exist, because people will buy dogs from a pet store. So here's my plug. Don't buy your dog from a pet store. Right. Even if you have the mentality of you want to rescue it from the pet store, you're still supporting the industry. And so just like with doodles, with anything else, if people will support it, other people are going to do it. If people don't support it, they're not going to do it anymore. And that's just one tiny step that we can all do to end puppy mills, because they're really terrible places.
I may have brought dogs.
Ask people to educate themselves. Themselves. I mean, I will have people tell me, "Oh, well, I went out to Lancaster County here in Pennsylvania, but I got it. I was able to see the mom.
Lancaster County dogs.
I got it from a nice little farm. I'm like, stop. Let's just stop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had some dogs from the pet store. And they were pretty great, but that was a long time ago. I haven't since. It's all rescue. In fact, I got a dog from Michelle. Michelle actually was a co-founder of To Love a Canine out of Malvern.
Yes.
Yep. And we got our Louis through them. Speaking of like the foster thing, when they get them, at least our Louis came from Darlington, which is
from Darlington, South Carolina. Yep.
He was up here one night.
Yes.
One night he stayed over, and we saw him at the event. So,
and that's a great way to also say for all of our local people, for fostering. While the shelter has fostering opportunities, Brandywine Valley has fostering opportunities: cats, kittens, puppies. We just actually had 3 come in recently. I don't know if they posted them on our regular page, but they basically have glaring skin conditions, and they just need someplace to go and get healthier for a little while. But fostering through an organization like To Love a Canine Rescue is also great because it's very flexible. Like you said, somebody can pick up a foster on a Saturday night, and that dog might have an adoption appointment on Sunday already. Yep. It just needs a night and a place to crash for that night.
They're like, you know what they're like? They're like little hobos, cute little hobos. They have a little stick. Little handkerchief on a stick.
Yep, exactly.
Give me give me a place to stay and a hot meal, mister. Except I would make the person. I'll let the dog stay in the house and the person has to go in the barn. So
exactly. And all of our local organizations that you want to, foster through, they all provide everything for the animals. So they provide the food. If you need a gate, like a puppy gate or a baby gate, you need the crate. They provide everything for the animal. Veterinarian care while the dog is in your care, or the cat or the kittens. Everything is provided. So
that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. We had a couple people talking about Tracy. Her Layla is her little. It's a little Yorkie. Is a pupper cat. Because why not? There you go. Michelle's sister-in-law, Jean, checking in. We had a cat named Ginger, found out she was a boy and changed it to Oliver. Oliver changed to Ollie, Uli, then Ula. Am I saying those right? Yeah, of course. She gets it. She gets it. Ross checking in. I have 2 Italian Mastiffs, Moby, 120, and Matrix, 95 pounds. Big boys. Damn.
I love the big boys.
There you go.
They're big old lap dogs. They just want to be.
Yeah.
They're cuddle bugs.
Dogs they don't have the personal space part in their brain. Out the window.
No.
Except if another dog gets in their face, maybe. But other than that,
I had a Neapolitan Mastiff before my last Staffy.
Right.
So I'm used to the 150-pound dog that wants to lay across you.
You know, yeah, it's a
and
lot.
all the slobber.
That's a lot of dog. I love it. Courtney, actually, I have his picture. I'll show that to Courtney. Our dog is Yogurt. He is Yo-Yo, Yogurto, Roberto, Turdo, Hugo. The list goes on.
Like it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do you really own a dog or a cat if you don't give it goofy names?
I imagine Courtney is also doing rap songs to some of those names, right? You know how you sing them?
Oh,
right?
You know what?
Yogurt.
Yogurt. There you go. Greek yogurt, I guess.
I am not a rapper.
No, you don't say. MC middle-aged white lady. What? Ross, referring back to Clyde with his humper dog. He's a mock. Yeah, here you go. Jane, cute and curly costs money. Yeah.
It does. Yes. Grooming definitely.
Stuffed sinuses since high school because I'm allergic to dogs. I love dogs. Exactly, no matter what. And so did George Santos. But folks, all right. So very quickly, I'm gonna a couple of things and then we're gonna get to the photos. Marie, I think today we're gonna skip the we'll see. I'll show you. It's getting kind of we usually do a little fun little segment we do, but we're having fun and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
They both sleep with me. Exactly. I get the edge of a king bed. Exactly. Michelle, we talked about that too. Like, they got it. It's free warmth. They exist. You feed them, take care of them for one reason and one reason only: body heat. No, I'm kidding. And companionship and body heat. Exactly.
Except I do believe we had the conversation, except when you're a woman over 50-something. The body heat gets to be a bit much.
You don't want the body heat anymore. Absolutely.
You should call it dog applause. Right.
And a very good tip for those big dog owners out there is I actually purchased an IKEA toddler bed. Oh. And I put it at the end of my king bed. And for genius. Like about a week, I slept with my head down at the other end so the dog would feel more comfortable that he was sleeping in the bed with me. And I just flipped myself around and I had a full size bed all to myself again.
Holy cow. You can tell that you're only a Boehmer by marriage because you got I'm kidding. I love my Boehmer. kidding. Right. Courtney, you know it. We need to sing to Yogurt and dance. Never a dull moment. Exactly.
And
Courtney has kids, both I think under the age around under 12, that kind of thing. And so it's all singing and dancing all night with the dogs. All right, so very quickly, and this isn't even so much a question thing. This is just me ranting when I can get it out. Hey, businesses that run commercials, stop using doorbells in your commercials. And I think any dog owner knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You're sitting here trying to watch some TV. Hey, here's a delivery service commercial. Ding dong. And you know what happens after that? And you have to, you find yourself, you're an adult, and you find yourself going, it's TV! It's just TV! As if it's going to go, as if the dog's going to stop mid-bark and go,
yeah, my mistake, I'm sorry.
Please, continue watching The Last of Us as you were, Father.
My bad. I'll go back on the couch.
As you... I shouldn't... No?
So in rural Utah, I don't have a doorbell. No one ever rings the doorbell,
right?
Because I don't have one,
right?
And none of the dogs I currently have know even what a doorbell is here in this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Rural area. However, when a truck pulls up on television, my dog thinks the UPS man is here, and she goes batshit crazy. And then I typically say to her, "That's not even real." She doesn't care.
No, our Monty.
They share the one brain cell sometimes.
There you go. Our Jack Russell gets worked up over dogs and animals on TV. Hold on. In addition, you know the Charmin bears? You know, I'm not clean down below. It's animated.
The toilet paper bears?
The toilet paper bears. Ones? He barks at them. He barks at cartoon bears on the TV. Hey, here's the thing about Monty, okay? He's a Jack Russell. He's very smart. He's very precocious. And this is not uncommon with dogs, but his mom and dad were brother and sister. So,
that explains a lot.
Gene pool's a little low, huh?
Which apparently is not uncommon. In fact, I've heard people say in some breeding circles, they do that for traits. Not too many generations down, right? That's a thing, right? No, I stunned you with silence. Apparently it's a thing. I don't know. Anyway.
Honestly, I guess we're a little far removed from the breeding people. So,
you're dog people, though. I don't know. I thought you would know.
Dog people.
Gene going, hey! Just hey. Oh, the Boehmer comment.
She asked me earlier what I had in my cup.
Ah, what do you have in your cup? Yes.
There's coffee in there.
Yeah, Irish coffee.
And exactly.
You Irished it up. I know you.
I did.
I party with the Boehmers.
She's not feeling well. She needs that. That's important.
Yes.
Right.
I agree.
I needed it for my throat and my stuffy.
Absolutely.
Wink. Hey.
Totally understandable.
The opening of the show, get a drink and take a seat. The back room is based on a bar, hanging out at a bar in my youth. So there you go. Absolutely.
Exactly.
What was I gonna say? Gene. Hey, Gene, why do you go by Boehmer on here anyway? You're a Heffelfinger. Oh, you know what?
Why?
You know what? Hold on. I just forgot the reason why. Because I just said Heffelfinger. Because that's a mouthful.
No, it's because she's a teacher.
And she doesn't want. You know what? That makes perfect fucking sense.
So that way when we post all the pictures of her out drinking with all of us.
Hey, with the beer bong. All that kind of stuff. You know, those babies
You're a
can party.
teacher, you have to be incognito sometimes.
That's true,
right? You know that, right, Jess?
Keep that low profile.
Keep that low profile. and then you get loudmouths like me who are like, pay attention over here. I'm doing something. I started a show in my basement. Yeah, fair enough. Ross, I may do that, the IKEA bed thing. My king bed is very high, and Moby will be 12 years old. I'm looking for the pizza guys to speak so I can head off the real doorbell. Exactly, yes. Amen, right on. Exactly. And also, I'm sure you guys do this too, when you're watching a movie and there's some danger coming and there's a dog and you probably audibly say things like, don't you dare hurt that fucking dog, right?
So the zombie apocalypse take out a whole city, but if they take out that dog, I'm turning off the television.
I see.
It's not happening.
There's a person in danger. That's too bad. Too bad for you. Don't you hurt that fucking dog. Am I right?
Nope.
You know who I'm calling, right?
Who's
John
that?
Wick.
John Wick.
You hurt the dog. I'm calling Wick.
Calling Wick, baby. I'm going to pull a Wick on your ass. Don't hurt the dog. I remember seeing Tom Hanks in an interview years ago, and he's like, my biggest regret in my career, Turner and Hooch, don't kill the dog. By the way, I just spoiled a 35-year-old movie, so sorry about that. So, exactly. So, and also one more thing, things that you do, ladies, we touched on this on Sunday, things you do on a daily basis, knowing how your dog's going to react. I'll give you an example. I drink like Powerade, comes in a plastic bottle. It's in the fridge, of course. When I finish it, I let it sit out with the lid off so they can get up to room temperature. If you put the lid back on and put it in recycling, it expands because it gets warm. It makes that crunchy plastic sound, and Monty goes crazy. So I empty the bottle, I put it out on the counter, I leave the lid off until it reaches. So it's like, I don't even think about it anymore. It's just, it's muscle memory. So you guys had anything like that? Anything like routines you do and things just because, and maybe you don't think about it anymore?
Eric will go upstairs and turn the electric blanket on for the cats so that they can have the electric blanket on the bed and get all nice and toasty warm before he gets up there. Yeah.
Of course he does.
That's a keeper for sure.
Yeah.
So, you know what? To be fair, not I'm going to call Eric out. Who's it really for, though? Wait a minute.
I think it's adorable when he does it. And he also is the feeder of the cats. So Ivy is a persnickety, very one day likes it. He'll he'll get it and he'll get the wet food all great. And she's an old lady, so she needs her powdered fiber so that she can keep going.
Solid use of persnickety, by the way, Maria.
Yeah, and then he'll take like the broths now and he'll drizzle the broths over the top of the cat food and pile it up
like he's a nice chef.
Mound. Looks good.
Like he's a chef preparing it. He goes out, he serves it himself. Please sit the special table.
And then he's like, and then we have to avoid because I'm pretty sure Ivy's on the spectrum, and we have to like no eye contact. Like we have to like look away. She's like, she sees you, she'll go. No, you looked at me. I'm leaving. So we all have to like look and like leave the kitchen so that she can have her meal.
She has kitty Asperger's. How about that?
We love her.
Ladies, any weird, unique little?
I don't think there's anything that I do that like to avoid something. I mean, I do have to sometimes eat in secret because I have a little chunker.
Okay.
So when the refrigerator door opens, she's ready. And, I know there's that people food conversation that we had earlier, but I do give her like yogurts and things like that, like for enrichment when I leave the house. I mean, I go to leave the house and I fill like old ice cube trays, not fill them, but I put little smears of peanut butter or apple or, banana or something in there. And she gets that when I leave the house. That's part of our routine of me leaving the house. Yeah. And but I don't really do anything like she's not that kind of I do though on Friday or Saturday nights, and she kind of gets it. It's one of those things where we'll be like, hey, Jojo, you want to go to the bar?
Ah, yes.
You want to go to the bar, Jojo?
Yes.
You want to go to the bar?
Michelle's dogs are goodwill ambassadors.
Run to the front door.
Yes, Michelle will. They'll visit some local establishments, and it is. And you're right, like you said on Sunday. It's great. Great PR. Because who doesn't love a dog?
And she's a visually a very interesting dog. So people will always come up to us and have a conversation. And I think part of what I'm sure Jess does daily is talk to people and educate people. And we use her as a platform to immediately start having a conversation about rescue and this and that. And while we do promote the organization that I, currently work with, I'm open to promoting anyone or, like I said, I'll talk about the Brandywine Valley SPCA, but if people are looking for certain things, I'll talk about, the local rescues that like to love a canine rescue as well, so. That's
really smart. Yeah. Like I said, they're like ambassadors,
Yep.
Yeah, that's smart. Jess, you got any weird, any animals that had habits or weird little quirks you have to work around?
I don't think so. I do have I do have to hide all the plastic grocery bags, because I have a cat that will eat them.
Yes.
And later give me a gift of throwing them out. So I have to hide all the grocery plastic, I guess.
Right.
And I'm very conditioned to that. So when I visit my family on the East Coast, it's like weird that I can leave a plastic grocery bag out. I don't have to hide it away. I'm very conditioned for that, although it's a weird one.
Why hasn't anybody invented an alarm clock that goes, because nothing will get you up faster than that. Am I right?
Honestly,
there you go.
Nowadays, if it's not on my bed and I just hear it, I go, okay, I guess I'm finding that in the morning. All right.
Because it's one of two things. Because we have like we keep a bag of like the newspapers to put in recycling, that kind of thing. So when you hear, because we want to grab some newspaper and put it under, it's either they set a land speed record for freaking puking, like if because you can't get over to the paper fast enough, and none of a big house, or you get the paper and you're standing there and it's they're doing like the drum solo of puking, like 10 minutes later, and like come on, get it out already. For Christ's sake. So, by the way, as soon as the show's over, I'm running to the computer. I'm going to the patent office. I'm going to put dog puke alarm clock. So
there you go.
Don't anybody try it. There you go. Tracy, we use the mute feature on our commercials. Just text when you get here. No need to ring the bell and upset the entire kingdom. That's solid point.
Yeah.
Oh yes. We had a cat. Lady Poopa did. It would splash toilet water, so we were well trained to keep the seat down. Cats and dogs can both be assholes, right?
Yeah.
In an affectionate way, so that's funny. Oh, here you go. Angie checking in. I'm tripping over myself when I hear that sound to get paper towels and cleaning spray. Exactly. How you doing, Angie? By the way, holy cow. How you doing? You know, I'm going to change the name of this episode to but how would you write that? How would you spell that?
I don't know.
How would you spell? That's funny. Exactly.
I spelled it wrong.
It's I actually had somebody tell me once, and it sounds similar to what you were saying, Maria, that they're like, I'll get to it. It'll dry. Or some people, like, they count on the animal eating it or something. That's gross. But
no, I don't do that. But
that's gross.
There have been times where I was like, I did, knowing that no one else was going to be in the house, and be like, I am going to let that dry, because it really does sometimes come up easier when it's like just a solid massive
scrape, right?
Yeah.
That's
and
when
sometimes it doesn't even stain the carpet if it's that, you know.
But when your husband comes home and you go, you know what, I decided to move the couch about 3 feet to the left. What do you? I think it really works. And
I got my little green machine for Christmas this year. So whenever I hear the Hugh, I just get my little machine out. And
so now you're hoping the cat does it. Because you want to try it out.
Now it's losing its shine now. We're 2 months in. I mean, you don't have to throw up that much, please. It works. I know that it works. I've seen it in action.
Right.
But,
yeah.
All right. So let's get to the photos. All right. Yay!
Photos. Oh, yay.
So let's cut over. We did. Hold on. Before we freak. Ba ba da ba 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 dee ba da ba dee ba doo boo. I'm just going over my notes here. I keep notes. So there you go. Pictures. Ba da ba dee ba dee ba doo ba doo boo. I'm telling you, such a neat freak. Such a neat freak. Michelle, by the way, I know you love tripods. Michelle's got an affinity for tripod dogs and stuff. So, yeah, that's awesome. And Michelle definitely takes on, well, I'm sure just do y'all do, but take on the hard cases. So, let's go to over here. Such a neat freak. Okay, so, all right, let's cut over to here. This is Barb. Earlier, this is her
I'm putting on my
Aurora.
glasses for this.
This is her Aurora. She's a Sammy. See her? It's gorgeous, isn't she?
White little fluff.
Yes. Yeah, she actually she had another one who, you know, unfortunately went to doggy heaven. You know. And this is Courtney Yogurt. This is Yogurt. This is Courtney who mentioned earlier about the yo-yo and the yo-yo, all that stuff. Why is it being weird?
He looks so whimsical.
There he is. Oh,
he's like, hi guys.
There you go. That's Yogurt.
Aww.
How cute is this dog?
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Does Yogurt? I wonder if Yogurt likes straight on kisses. You know.
What makes you think that?
On the lips.
I don't know because I want to do it right now.
I get what you mean. I got you. I got you.
Right in the nose.
I got you. Now Jess, there you go. Who we got here, Jess?
Oh, so that's Kitty, the scruffy one.
Which one? On the left here?
Oh, the scruffy.
Oh,
yep. And then the little pointy-eared one is Trixie.
It's Trixie.
Trixie. So cute.
You're driving me nuts here. But they're so cute. Oh my God! Look at that beautiful fur.
Look at that.
Look at those eyes. Here, actually, you can zoom in a little bit. Look at those eyes.
So cute.
And you get kitty cat. Who do you got here?
That's my cat Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Aww,
She always looks a little crabby, but she's
gorgeous.
not
She looks like she has a little milk mustache.
Yeah, all right. All cats look a little crabby. You know what I mean? Is there something going on here, or is that just it just happened to be down?
So her ear is a little bit funky now because she had a hematoma.
Right.
And so she just has a wrinkly ear now.
Okay.
Yeah, so she has a wrinkly ear and 3 legs. But she's amazing.
Wrinkly ear. Oh.
That's some personality right there.
No question. No question. She's oh my God.
She was my first cat, so I didn't know anything about cats really until I met her.
Yeah, I didn't have cats until Denise and I got together. She had 2 cats, and there's Ross commenting. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, this is good. And I was actually allergic too, and I got over that real quick because they were absolutely the coolest cats. Cool cat.
Nice.
And then who's this cutie?
That's my newest dog, Leo.
Yo.
You have great names, by the way.
Get an idea of what Southern Utah looks like in the background.
Yes,
there.
look at that. Oh, is Leo the one you thought might be part Cairn?
No, that was the first scruffy.
Of course, that makes sense. Yeah, doesn't look more like it. You're right. There you go. Look at that back. Look at that. You live there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That is gorgeous, isn't it? Jess, you got a spare room for when I come visit?
I do.
Okay. Do they have hotels there?
Must love dogs, and you already.
Oh, hi. I don't know if you saw. I have a show that I do where. And then is this the same? Is this the same kitty?
That's my cat Cinder.
Hi, Cinder.
For those of you in the Reading area, she was a feral kitten at the Sinking Spring Firehouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At 4 months old.
She's majestic now.
She's anything but feral.
Feed me. Bathe me.
Found the good
Pretty
life.
much.
Draw me like one of your French women. Yes.
I honestly feel sometimes that the rescue animals really understand that you're getting them out of like a bad situation.
Yep. No question.
Seem incredibly appreciative. Like they just know that they're going to have a great life and they're so happy just to be a pet again. And I think that's awesome.
I agree. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's go back to that. Where were we? So we saw that kitty. Michelle, by the way, can you explain what's going on here?
Oh, yeah. So myself and actually several of the other volunteers at the Brandywine Valley SPCA recently were awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a presidential award. I think Mr. Biden himself signed down there.
There it is down there.
And that is actually for over 4,000. I think most of us were over 5,000 hours service.
Wow.
Through volunteering.
Wow. That's awesome.
So,
congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Very nice.
But you don't do it for the awards and the accolades.
No.
You do it for the
we don't do it for the paycheck for the award.
There you go. Doing it for the animals. Let's go back. Yeah, this is why I do this. Here you go. Oh, right. There's a calendar. Michelle, please tell us a little bit of calendar girl right there. Who is this?
Yep. That is JoJo.
There's JoJo.
That is our current little girl.
Oh, I may have known she was a model.
If I threw too many in there. I don't know what else I threw in there, but
just another one.
She was a cruelty case that was kept into. We talked about fostering earlier. She was actually a custody case dog, and she was in the custody of the Brandywine Valley SPCA for almost 9 months. Her owner had court dates that kept coming up, and they were trying to basically prosecute him for multiple offenses of cruelty and neglect to animals. And he just kept fighting it and wouldn't sign her over. And eventually they gave up and dropped a couple of the charges, not all of them, and got him to sign her over. But it took almost 9 months. Now, normally she would be sitting in the shelter for that 9 months.
Right.
But she came to our house and never left.
Another tongue-in-cheek foster fail or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Gary, there are more pictures under your picture of Louie, just to let you know.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that.
In case you didn't know
my computer's being a little weird about updating, so thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I thought you
because I started.
I thought you put two of Michelle. I thought you put another one of like the back of the month or whatever. Didn't you put it?
I might have.
Don't matter none.
Somewhere else.
All right. Actually, Maria, what I was showing was actually that's when I told them to. Yeah.
Okay.
So that
see
should
the 24
be there.
above you there. There's quite a few in there as well.
Yes, I see that.
Think there's a lot.
Yep. That's what I'm getting to. Yep. I wanted to make sure because I know Jess had hers posted underneath, so I wanted to make sure I got to those. Actually, before we do that, let's go to some of ours too. Some of ours, our babies here. This is. This will be my Monty and my Louie. There you go. Aww. And there's like a freaking 50 pictures like that. They just cuddle all the time. There's Louie. Louie we got through TLC.
Yes.
Monty we got through our local Humane Society. He actually never saw one day. His mother was pregnant, and they took her in, and him and his siblings were all born in foster care. So he luckily never had to see the mean streets of anywhere, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
it's like babies. They all look so peaceful when they're sleeping.
Oh, yes. That's Monty's cutest time. This is best time, when he's asleep, because otherwise he's a terrier. Here you go. Yep. Next up, we have Maria's baby. So we got here, Maria. From front to back, who we got here?
In the front is Ivy.
Hi, Ivy.
She's the disgruntled roommate, and allows us to live in the house. And then behind is Holly. She's our chunkamunka cuddlebug, who thinks she's part dog, part human, and never wants to be alone. If we go to another room, she's like, oh, you're leaving? Okay, I'll come with you. Come on,
movie.
We'll go
that is like a dog, yeah.
Yeah, she goes. She follows us from room to room.
The bathroom.
She does,
oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
absolutely.
She sure does. And the best part is in the bathroom we have like a door between the commode and the shower and the sinks. So I'll close that door for privacy, and then the paw will come underneath the door.
How dare you?
As if to say,
How dare you?
Think you are putting a door between me and you?
Who the hell do you think you are?
The audacity.
Yeah. Audacity. And then, lest you think I'm only a dog guy, there's our little Sophie, our little cat, cuddled up with Mommy. That is my wife's legs.
Yep, that's where they belong.
Yes. Sophie, we got her as a result. My sister at the time, Sophie's, I think, going on 13. My sister lived in Quakertown, and her female cat got out, did what cats do, and then she had some kittens, and she said, hey, you want a kitten? And we met her, and we go, yeah, she's clearly one. And by the way, lest you think she's had any kind of eye issue, she just has smush face. There she is. 2 eyes intact. She's okay.
Beautiful.
She's okay.
She's cute.
She's an absolute sweetheart. Yeah. I like a lot of people, was wary of cats, with their standoffish or whatever. Nope. Not at all. No, she's everything you want it to be. Now, this is going back. This is the original 4. If you ever see anything I post, whatever, you're going to see some reference to rants. We had 4 original dogs, Ralph, Alice, Norton, and Trixie, honeymooners. The S came about. We had a cat, Sydney, rants, whatever. So this is our old house. They're all in doggy heaven there.
Aww.
From left to right, that is Norton's, the big blue dog. That's Trixie, the Westie. If you notice, she was having some skin issues, so her legs were kind of bare. See that? It looks like her skirt's hiked up or something weird, right? It's funny. The dog, second from the right, the white dog, that is Ralph. He is simply the greatest dog who ever lived. I challenge anyone to say otherwise. And of course, on the far right is my little Alice, who is so much more cute and petite than she looks in that photo, but she can't help being a terrier, and she is all muscle and attitude, baby. So they're all in doggy heaven.
I just love Ralph's smile is just precious. He's like,
I know.
He's just looking at the camera like, ha.
People often always commented. They always commented what a happy-looking dog he was, and his smile. Happy. Exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to. We got a bunch of more comments in here. A bunch of more. What?
A bunch of more.
A bunch of more. All right, let's come back to that. We saw
that Boyertown education there.
What's that? What's that?
It was the Boyertown education.
Boyertown education.
Oh yeah. You know what? If I work really hard, I've got 2 more English classes I got to finish. So my goal is to finally graduate by 55. So a couple of years to go. All right. So we saw Sharon's cutie pie. There's me commenting to Jean. Okay. Barb, we saw earlier. We saw, this is Aurora again. Are you kidding me? Look how cute this dog is. This is a little Aurora with the neighbor kids. So the dog doesn't come with arms. Those are arms of the kid. So tee. She's just so stunningly gorgeous.
She smiles very nice.
She does smile nice. Here's Aurora on a freaking boat. Look at this.
Aurora's living the freaking life, man.
Hold on. There's another one. Thank you. I'm on a boat. Look at me. I'm Aurora. I'm on a boat. Now there's one more. of Aurora.
Who wants Barbara to adopt them right now?
Seriously. Hey, look at this.
Right?
There's Aurora hanging out.
Don't hate
freaking palm tree. Aurora is living a better life than I am.
Yeah, seriously.
Look at Aurora killing it.
She got palm trees in the background there and shit. Holy
I think
cow.
It's probably fake yard ones, but still it looks good.
Aurora.
She probably got there on that yacht.
Yeah, no question. You're right. You're right, Michelle. It's a private resort that they took that yacht or that boat on. God, yeah. I'm so jealous. By the way, Angie, congratulations. That is awesome. I'm not sure when. Oh, I turned the thing off again. I think that was. I forget what was that in reference
to. The accolades.
Oh, your award, of course.
Your award.
I guess so. Yes.
So much.
Yes.
Thank
there you
go.
Angie. Yeah, Angie's awesome.
Thank you.
So let's go back to the pictures. All right, who we got here? Tracy Brandner. Okay, she's awesome. Also a regular viewer of the show.
Isabel.
This is her Isabel.
Oh,
it looks like a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks kind of like one of those fake Trump wigs. That's right.
It's so cute.
It's adorable. Look at that little face. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Next up, she's got another. You got my handsome boy, Freddie.
Freddie.
Look at Freddie. Look at Freddie.
Oh, what a dignified gentleman.
Yes. You know Freddie's all attitude, right?
Mm-hmm. We got a couple tennis balls there just in case.
No question. Oh, yeah. You know Freddie runs the show there, no question. This is the love of her life in doggy heaven. This is Harry. And we'll get to that.
Oh.
At the very end, we're going to briefly touch on what I call the one, because I had to save it till the end, because I will cry. There will be crying. All right, let's bang these out. Here we go.
I put that in there.
Meredith.
Oh, that's Miss Meredith.
Halflin. There you go. Bert and I are watching.
Oh, Bert.
I'm going to guess Bert's the dog and not a human.
That's Bert the flirt.
Bert's. I tell you what, I get it because Bert's gorgeous.
He's very charming.
Yes.
He kind of winks at everybody else.
Congratulations, Meredith. You nailed it with the. Oh, there it is. There's the. Oh, that's JoJo.
That was the other one.
The JoJo again. Yep, with the calendar.
Already saw that one.
There you go, Jean. Yes, Jean. This is Michelle's sister. She got a really crazy cute dog. Yeah. Cute. Cosmo says hi. Yeah.
Now let's see. Is that with his chocolate and mustache?
Let's zoom in. But this. Chocolate. You mean chocolate milk?
Maybe.
I
can't. I'm sure Jess knows why his mustache might be chocolate.
Oh yes, I have a dog that also enjoys an occasional Tootsie Roll. Yes, I'm with you. Patty, who's going to be, by the way, I forgot to show the schedule. Patty, who will be on the show in a month, along with Tracy, to talk about Such a Neat Freak. But Patty's on just because she's fun and awesome. This is her May. I believe what?
Stripe.
Yeah. May is May. I believe what? Patty, you're about 13, 14, a year and a half or so since she got this sweet baby. Yeah, Patty sends me pictures all the time because Patty knows I can't get enough pictures of dogs. There you go. There's Yogurt again.
Oh, Yogurt's got his little buddy.
Cute.
Look at him. Look at his ears.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Yo, go.
Oh,
Yogurt.
His little collar says Yogurt. I love it.
Oh yeah. Let's zoom in on that.
Cute.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got to tell you, my OCD's acting up though. You got to turn the collar around so that's not upside down. Got to flip it. Look at his ears. They're prick ears. Are they up all the time or is it just a weird picture? I don't know. He's cute though.
He is a cutie pie.
There you go. There's Tracy with Leela. Matching sweaters.
Matching sweaters.
Matching freaking sweaters. Are you kidding me?
I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at Tracy. What did that? Oh, is that a symbol? There you go. Your son, Scott Finn Boehmer, rescued as a pup.
Yeah, it's Finn.
That's your grand dog. That's your grand dog.
I love dogs that are just completely out of it, like just in like the most blissful sleep.
Yes, this is how every dog should look at some point throughout the day. Just that wonderful state of like, Yep.
I try to hold him and he pees on me. It's okay. No.
Yeah, I've had dogs.
I guess that's like a typical baby, typical grandchild.
Excited.
That's funny. Scott again. Chandler Boehmer rescued as a pup and is the best bar buddy. There you go. Exactly.
That's Chandler hanging out at.
Look at that.
He's at the alley up in Pottstown.
Pottstown? Dude, look at that face.
He's having some pizza, some beer.
That's just funny. There's a a very famous, I don't think they showed it. There's an outtake from Friends, and Schwimmer was talking to everybody, and he's like, I walked in and I saw Chandler, and he was just going to town on himself, which is kind of funny because that's what dogs do. That's what dogs do. They go to town on themselves, and then that's the time that they're kissiest, by the way. Let me get some of this, off me. Oh, my man, why don't you be my man? My friend, my man, John Famous, his lollipop went to the SPCA to find a kitten for our daughter, but she was there about a year old. It was just so sweet. I knew she had to be part of our family. John, by the way, you are my man, all right? All right, you're my man. What? Look at that. Look at Lollipop.
She's cute.
She's cute.
Look at that.
Aww.
A little cat house.
Adorable.
Yeah. Maria, you worked at a cat house for a while. That was a different meeting, right?
No, that was Cat Angel Network, which is a rescue organization out of Pottstown.
A whole other thing?
I've actually volunteered time with.
Right. Oh,
look at Woody!
Woody,
oh my goodness.
Another grandchild.
Woody.
Look at, I love that pug. That look.
Oh,
It looks like look at my brain. Look at my brain.
Looks very concerned.
Yes, my sister has a pug. They are.
He is so adorable.
They're great. They're yeah. There's. Oh, this is Glacier. This is the Sammy she had prior.
Aww.
Love of my life. Yep, there you go. Absolutely, I get it. I feel
living
you.
the life too. He did,
Absolutely, of course. Here you go. There's Ross with Moby.
Moby.
Oh, there's
Look at that. Look at that freaking. Look at the jowls on that, and look at the dog too. I'm kidding, Ross. Yes. Wow, look at that.
To touch them and squeeze them.
You want to squeeze them?
Yes. And Matrix.
You have to go to them. You have to do that. All right. So we got Matrix over there.
Oh,
Matrix.
Look at him.
Oh, so cute. Yeah.
You can skip over. I added
you're Bert again. I got you.
I added Bert. That was
me on the edge. There you go. Look at Ross showing the cheesecake there. Look at that. Hey, Ross, put a shirt on, all right? It's got you creep. I'm kidding. Hey, look at that. It's cute. Oh.
This is an all ages show.
Yeah,
here,
absolutely. There's JoJo again. Oh, there's some more.
Yeah, there's more.
Biggie and Otis. These are her. Well, we'll talk about.
These are my. It's hard to see, but you got to check out Biggie doing the tongue thing there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
And Otis is my big boy. And we were talking about the doorbell ringing. So that sign I actually put on my front of my door
Back to that.
because Otis used to run to the door whenever somebody would come up to the door, and he actually basically tore both of his ACLs doing so.
Oh my God!
And so I put a note on there that says "Do not knock or ring." Basically, you're supposed to call my cell phone number.
Right. That's my name is 150 pounds. My God!
It goes into talk about how protective Mastiff can be of their home and stuff like
absolutely.
that. So.
Oh, smart. That's thinking ahead. That's
but then there's Biggie being a derp there.
So. This is Christine's dog. This is her Riley. Riley is in doggy heaven.
Aww.
We actually many years ago, Denise and I we dog sat Riley when Christine was away. He was a good boy, and he smelled really nice. I'll never forget that. They say smells really a powerful memory. He say that really nice doggy smell. I can't explain it. It's like when I assume Angel saw. I was saying about Ralph too. Ralph always kept that puppy smell. That puppy smell. He always kept it. Or Ralph. He never lost his puppy smell. That was he was So Riley was a very, very good boy. Here you go. Then there's Sheba. And Cooper.
No.
Sheba's also in, I believe Cooper also might be in doggy heaven too, right, Jess? Yeah? I know Sheba is.
Yeah.
Sheba was a cuddler too. She was sweet.
Aww.
Sweet little girl. Yeah. And you know what? That's awesome. There you go. Rudy the rabbit. Come into that.
Look at that tail.
Look at that tail. Oh, and you know what? When the thing was, I didn't expect that tail. Wow.
Floofy, so floofy.
Yes, I love it. Love it. One more, and there's Gypsy. That's the one that they help get back.
Oh,
you have to get 2 more dogs and call them tramps and thieves.
Gypsies, tramps.
There you go.
Thieves.
Oh,
Meredith, her original baby Stella.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Boston.
Look at Miss Stella.
Oh,
she always had a lot of attitude. Like
I was gonna say, yes, she could work the camera.
Yeah, she's really cute.
A lot of attitude.
Let's go to that. Oh, yeah, she's really cute. Who we got here next? Scott again. Finn not sleeping with his wings out. Look at that. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, my gosh. Look at him.
He's actually at the bar again, by the way, there.
Well, I mean, come on. The last name's Boehmer, for crying out loud. Tee-hee. Look at those ears. No kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Finn, you're beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I'm sure there's more. It's not refreshing. What else we got here? Did I miss anybody? Oh, that's that. Nope, that's us talking. Us yapping. Let me come back to us. Let me just refresh this. My computer was made a little bit of weird. We're going to wrap this up very soon because we're running really long here. Yeah, Marie, we're definitely going to skip that tonight. But
looking at doggies was a good way.
Are you kidding me?
Wrap up the episode.
Yeah, instead of doing our segment, which is "Am I the Asshole?" which is where we talk about somebody wrote in to us to a Reddit about a situation they did and whether or not. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah, look at the dogs.
Yeah. Well, listen, I will sum it up for you in 3 seconds.
There you go.
The question was, because I tried to keep it like obviously with what we were talking about.
Right.
Right. That's not the right thing. Sorry. And so I went with this person who said, "Would I be the asshole for picking my dog over my boyfriend?" No, you wouldn't.
No. Oh,
that's it.
Oh, you know what?
End of story.
We don't have to get into it.
Nope.
No,
absolutely not.
You were right, Maria. That was a. Hold on. I believe the official term. I was just gonna do that. This is why we work together.
If you walk into the shelter and you return your dog because of your boyfriend, we're going to call you the asshole after you walk back out.
There's no question.
Yes.
There's no question.
No more dogs.
Hell, you call me when that happens. I will drive down, which is not a close drive for me. While the person's still there and go, "You're an asshole."
You're the asshole.
There you go. Gene Boehmer, Tootsie Roll is right.
I mean, look at him.
There you go. Tootsie Roll is right. Oh, hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
That's the dog Look at him.
Aww.
That's the dog from the. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll leave.
Cutie.
Dude.
Very cute.
Please, that's no question. I'll leave
Doug,
my dog for that. I mean, I'll leave.
You're not. You're not the asshole. You're not an asshole at all.
Yeah, no, I'll leave my wife for that.
Yeah,
let me go back to.
You just got to train the boyfriend to get along better with the dog.
Exactly.
And if he doesn't want to, then find another boyfriend.
Yeah, clearly he's not a keeper.
Yeah.
Sorry, go back to this. Sorry, things are being weird. Okay, let's. Very quick, I think just a couple more that quickly came in. Let me just scroll down. I wouldn't have missed anybody here. Such a need free. I'm telling you, if I'm stuck with it, you're stuck with it, everybody. All right, I think that might be the pictures. I apologize if I missed anybody. Being kind of weird. But I think we got everybody.
We can all bounce back to your
That's
public
true.
posts, right? And
absolutely.
Check them out.
You know what?
Yep.
Solid point, Boehmer.
This was we couldn't touch them all.
That's a solid point because this is going to be seen by a bunch more people because it's recorded. It's going to be out there. Here you go. Come back. Post your dogs. There you go. Genius. All right. So very quickly, ladies, plug your organizations. Let's start with you, Jessica. Jess. There you go. You'll see it here.
So definitely, as was mentioned earlier, you can visit Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab, Utah. We have thousands of volunteers that come and visit. We have free tours and volunteer shifts with all species. We also have 6 life-saving centers all across the country and over 4,000 network partners.
Wow.
So even if you cannot come out to Kanab, get to your local shelter or rescue group and volunteer your time. There are so many different ways you can volunteer if you can't foster, or if you're not up for dog walking. There are tons of things that need to be done from behind the scenes, like digital stuff, media stuff, washing dishes, doing laundry. There is like literally a role for everyone. So come out and visit us in Utah or volunteer with your local organization. We also have a national volunteer program where you can actually volunteer from your living room and help us with things that need to get done. So there really, truly is something for everybody.
That's a really good point, and that's something I'm glad you said that because I think I almost would have missed it. We talked about that on Sunday. Everybody thinks it's cute walking dogs, hanging out, schmoopy whoopy stuff. End of the day, it is a business / organization. There are logistics. There are things. Towels have to get places. There are, there's like you said, sites updated, digital stuff, photos taken. Name it. You name it. It's an organization, and it's not just all cutesy wootsy playing with cats and dogs. That's fun. You get to see them, but you're right. Help out where you can, and I'm sure that if you're willing to help, they will find something for you to do, right?
Totally.
Now I'm showing the website right now. Do you know any of these animals or these stock photos?
So
do you know this dog?
I know that I don't know that little dog, but I know the white dog on the right there.
Snow.
He got adopted. He lived at our sanctuary for a long time and got adopted within the last year.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Yeah, his name's Ollie.
Oh yeah, Ollie. Congratulations. That's cute. So go bestfriends.org. Check it out. And like you said, I mean, even if you can't make it there, help out. Do what you can. Give of your time, your money. Listen, like I've said before with last show about Trisha's GoFundMe. I've seen some of the crap you people waste your money on, okay? Do you need another streaming service? Do you really need another streaming service? No, you don't. You could take a couple of bucks, throw it to your local animal rescue shelter, help people out. Leashes aren't free, people. Come on. Towels, everything they need. All right. Michelle, what you got?
So tell you a little bit about Brandywine Valley SPCA. We have a lot of amazing events and things coming up. Obviously, there's always volunteering opportunities anywhere from our medical side, which they're showing on that little video right here if you're watching it, to administration work. And like, Jess was saying, anything from laundry to scooping to going in and just holding puppies. We started all sorts of different levels for our volunteers, and we can find you almost anything that you are comfortable with. We even have special needs volunteers who come in, and we help support them in finding things that they can make a difference with our animals, every day when they're there. We do groups. So if you work in a business and your business is looking for something to come in and do as a group, like a service group.
That's really smart.
We have service groups come in and do things.
Yeah.
So we actually have multiple locations throughout Delaware and Pennsylvania. We have our Westchester location. We also have Dover, our Newcastle location, which is a brand new location. It's amazing. Our Copeland Center, Georgetown, and then we have a everyday adoption center set up within inside of the PetSmart in Plymouth Meeting. So, and there's JoJo. Look, she's on the website. It's a huge, huge thing. We also have our Walk for Paws coming up, which is one of our biggest fundraisers and a great opportunity to get involved for anyone.
Like a swag?
Fun, even if you just go and attend the Walk for Paws. It's just a fun time. Lots of tents and activities set up for the kids, the animals. And we also have Critter Camp. So talk about educating our public and especially educating our youth. We do Critter Camps over the summer so people can sign their children up to come in and do a week's worth of learning about the animals. And sometimes myself or somebody else from my team will go in and do some training tips and teach them how to do some fun little things, even just the simple things like sit, stays, stuff like that.
And that's just the kids. But, that was just funny how you said critters and then kids. I'm like, is it that different? Awesome. So, yes, get involved. Find out what you can do in your local area.
Yep.
Quickly before we go, and we talked about this. I would be remiss to talk about dogs if I didn't talk. And we chatted a little bit, and we kind of already touched on it. Actually, everybody did already. But what I call the one, we love all of our babies, but just like people say with kids too. Maria, you're lucky you have one, so you go. We know who the one is there. But I think people naturally do with pets too. You can't help it. It's just chemistry, personality, whatever. Here we go. And mine was my little Alice, the Jack Russell Terrier. We lost her in December of 18. 16 and a half awesome years. She never really got sick. She was catching the ball a couple days before she passed. And everybody needs an Alice in their life. So close. So here she is. The other three, unfortunately, they never got, we have a much more fun house we live in now with bigger yard and stuff like that. They never, but Alice made it. Alice got to be with us a little while here. So here she is with Louie.
Aww.
She absolutely, I cannot express to you how much she loved him. When we were bringing him home from TLC, I'm telling you, I have pictures of it. She was out the window screaming, I have a brother! I have a new brother! I don't know his name yet, but I love him, and he's awesome.
Aww.
That's little Alice. And there's me and her right there, my little cuddle buddy in bed.
Aww.
There she is. She's as wonderful and adorable and as cuddly as you might think she would be.
She's so cute.
Oh, she was amazing. And finally, there she is. Alice in all her glory. Little Alice.
She's very photogenic.
Absolutely. For how such a little dog got a big piece of my heart. She made me a better person.
I love her little ears.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She made me a more sensitive, caring, patient person.
Yep. And
she was a companion and a best friend. And Alice, I love you forever.
Aww.
I'm sure we all have our babies that we love forever. That's it. Okay. And Maria, as you know, it wouldn't be a backroom show if it didn't end with me crying.
Absolutely.
Ladies, I cannot thank you enough. And everybody in the chat, comments, awesome, fun stuff. I'm still laughing about some of those yogurt names. Yo-Yo,
Yes.
Yogurtober, Berto Turdo.
Thank you for sharing the pictures. They were adorable.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your photos.
We love the pictures.
Yeah, we'll definitely be.
I loved it. Thank you so much for offering this platform.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have you guys
this
back.
was great. Thank you.
We'll do it again. Thank you, Jess. And I'll be out. Look for me next fall, because I'm sure it gets too damn hot. Right in the summer, right?
Fall is the best time to come.
I'll be there in the fall.
Well, that was going to be my question. I think I'm going to put it on the list now that I have it in, right? So
there you go.
Fall is the best time. Don't come in the summer.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I sweat way too much. I'm a big girl. I don't do well in the heat.
You know what though? Here's the thing. Fun show, gang, from Ross. Thank you. Oh, it keeps going. There it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Ross.
Yes, but here's the thing about sweating. Free salt for the dogs. My dog, Monty, loves to lick me.
Oh, this is true.
Jess was like, yeah,
Totally.
I get it. Yeah. All right, that's it. So everybody, thank you. We got, the plugs in. So check us out. Again, all the social media, do all that stuff. Real quick, the schedule. I forgot to put this up. In 2 weeks, we're going to have Broadway star and my pal Danny Gardner and his wife Emily. They are Broadway, New York-based singers, actors, and dancers, and that'll be fun. And then after that, in a month, we have the aforementioned Tracy from Such a Neat Freak, who is our new sponsor. She can talk all about organization, get your home together. And we're also going to have my pal Patty on, because she's just kick-ass and fun and a fun person to be around. That's it. So look for this then. And everybody, of course, this is still, we also put this out as an audio podcast. So check that out too. And I think that's all of that. Everybody, thank you. And we'll see you next time. Where, Maria?
In the back room.
Boom. See ya.
Back row.